Hi everyone, welcome to my workshop. Today I'm going to be taking the gearbox off this broken engine and putting it onto the new one. They're both same engines, but as you can see, one's new, one's old.
Cool.
Okay, so the first step in the process is we've got to drain the oil out, which is why we've put it up on blocks. And what we're going to do is we're going to drain the oil into this ice cream container, and we just turn this screw nut and the oil should start to flow. And there you go, we're draining the oil out. Now we need to wait for this to finish. And to help speed up the process, we're going to undo this grey cap at the top, which will let some air in and make it flow faster. There you go. Okay, so the next step in the process is we've got to remove all 9 of these bolts, and I've got an 8mm socket set, and we'll just start taking them off. And as you can see, some of the bolts are really long.
Can't see, your back's in the way.
Well, you can't do much the other way. Okay, now we have to take this cog off, which has got its own bolt. Sometimes this is really hard, so you can use a chain to hold it there while you're doing it. Not quite there yet. And there we go, we'll put it there as well. Slide this one off.
You have to be really loud.
Okay, so this has all stopped dripping, so we're going to put the little plug back in, and then we're going to take the outer case off. And we're going to move the oil to the side because we're going to reuse it on the new one. Okay, so now we've put the engine back down on the bench, and with we need to take the cover off. So what we've done is we've carefully made sure the gasket's on one side of the thing, and we've used screwdrivers to help us with that. And now we're just going to take the cover off. And that one's done. Now for the next step. Okay, the next step, we've got to take the inner workings out of it. And to help me take this bolt, which we have to remove, I've got a rattle gun that'll help with loosening it. So we're just going to hold on to it, push the button, And as you see, it comes out nice and easy. And then we gently move, take all the insides out. And as you can see, I need a bit more muscle.
Excuse me. More muscle. So these are the clutch plates. They come off. And the gears. Cool, chain driven. Another piece of towel. Keyway. And there. Cool. I'll say this. So the reason why we had to take all this apart is so that we can get to these 5 bolts here. And again, we're going to use the good old rattle gun just to undo those. And I'm going to do them back up so Vienna can tell you all about how to make it go. Yeah, if you can just say the same thing.
Okay, so now we've taken the inside out. We have to take off these 5 bolts in here, and we're using the rattle gun again, which my trusty partner has unloosened a little bit. So all we've got to do is take the bolts out. Oh, the first one, we've still got a washer in, so we need to make sure we'll get that out later with the screwdriver. 3, number 4, and the last one. And let's put the washers back on so we don't lose them. And we also have this washer that comes out, so don't lose that. And whoop. There's our other one. Found it. Now, there we go. So that's all done. And then we just take this off.
Okay.
Okay, the last thing we've got to do is take this one off, which we've just done some persuasion with it, so we can get it off because it's glued on. And there we go, and this is the gearbox all taken off the old engine, ready to go on the new one. Right, so we're going to put the gearbox back on this new engine, and to do that we need to use a gasket maker and sealant to go around the outside here, just to seal it onto the new engine or motor. And squeeze it around there, which side of the holes is supposed to go, and we go around the holes here. And you have to use muscles to squeeze it out. Right, here we go. Okay, so there you go, you can see the glue on there, and we're going to stick it on over the shaft, and then we're going to screw the bolts back in. Now I'm just going to put them in a little bit because I've not got it in the right place. So there we go. Now we've got it in the right place, I think. No. Okay, and then we've got our trusty rattle gun, and we're just going to screw them in till they stop. Ta-da!
Okay.
Okay, so now we're going to put the inner workings in again. So first we have to put this washer back in, and then this little washer just sits on here as well. And then we're just going to put this on, and you've got to match it up to the holes. And my little things come out. And there we go, it's sitting back in there. Ready for the next step. Okay, and now we have to put this in, and it's a key to go in the keyway. So we just push it in until it gets all the way in. There you go, just got to align it up and push it in, which I can't do. Oh, there we go. Okay, so it's all the way in now. And then we've got to put the gears back in this order. And they're a little bit fiddly.
So, yep.
And the spacer. Yep, there we go. And then the next one. I'm going to match all the teeth up on it. And then this one goes on the top. Okay.
Okay.
They're on the circle. Okay, I'm just going to get my helper to do this. We just put this on the edge, and then we've got to put some lock nut on the nut and put it in. And before we did this, we just made sure it's still turned.
Cool, so the concept behind here is that this is a centrifugal clutch, so when the engine's idling, the centre part turns and the clutch doesn't. And then as the revs increase, these blades move and they affix to the drive shaft, and then it turns the whole turning of the axle, which is what happens here. So this should move nice and smoothly, which it does, without turning the engine over, and this part is actually where the engine turns, and that will move independently of there until the revs come on. Cool. So I'm going to put the gasket sealant around that.
Okay, so we've put sealant all around this bit, and now we're going to join it on, and we've got to match up the holes. And then we've got to put the screws in. I'm just going to do hand tight for now, and then we'll use the socket to do it all the way. Okay, and then mine. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it as tight as I can, and then my handyman's going to do them a little bit tighter, so he's got a bit more muscle than I have. That one's not going in. Okay, they might have to fix that one. That one I can't get in. Alright, there you go, and you can come and tighten them all up and get that one in for me.
I'll take this one out and start it again.
So we've just got to put this gear lever back on. We put the small washer in, and our gear with the key. Match it all up straight, and go all the way in. Push it all the way in, and then we've got to put the other washer and our nut back on. I think I might leave the number 10 on there. So where do we put the lock nut? Just around the screw.
Couple of drops.
Couple of drops on it, and then put it in. Actually, I think it's the same. No, it's not that one. going to screw it up. Alright, and then all we have to do is put oil back in it. Okay. So that's all done. If you want to see more, subscribe to my club, which is beginnersguide.club, and we'll see you there.